Welcome back to another Pearl on Money. Today we're going to be talking about savings, and we're going to give you 3 tips to get you saving a little bit more effectively. Saving, we know, is super important. It's how you're going to build wealth. It's how you're going to handle emergencies. It's how you're going to build stability. And it's really important that we come up with a couple tactics that can help you get started, whether you're facing resistance or maybe don't know where to start. These 3 tips will help you begin your journey.
Yeah, a lot of the game with saving is just how can we outsmart our own emotions, our own impulses, right? We talk so much how emotional and impulsive money is, and how when we want something and we feel like our identity depends on it, right? It's like such a compelling, addiction and such a compelling feeling that we want it, right? But there are things that we can do with our rational mind to try to outsmart our emotional mind, and these 3 tips really help with that.
The first thing that we're going to talk about is a very simple rule called "Can you afford it twice?" And this is a great, very simple tactic where if you're going to buy something on Amazon, the objective is to then transfer the same amount to a second bank account or your savings account. And this will help you think through, 1, is this something I want? But 2, is this a purchase that can also bolster my savings? So you're linking the purchase with your future, which is a really important way to think about investing in your future, so to say.
Yeah, that's a really great tip. So much of saving is about building habits, right? It's way more important to be consistent than it is to go intense, right? So if you can link, I'm gonna buy this $50 sweatshirt, I'm gonna buy these $50 pair of shoes just for fun, to I'm also gonna put that money in my savings account. Now all of a sudden you're making this fun activity, this fun rewarding activity of shopping for yourself or shopping as a gift for a family member, and at the same time you're building a really awesome savings habit out of doing that.
Yeah, speaking of building habits, another great one is to think about the payments that you pay over time and what happens when you pay those off. So what can we do? You've got a car payment that ends, you finally pay off the balance, you've got a phone plan that's done, you've got an amortized laptop that you're all clear. So What do you do after that?
Well, set up an automatic payment to transfer that $300. Say you're paying for your car, $300 a month. Now set up an automatic transfer to transfer that into your savings account. The name of the game here is consistency, right? So if you get used to living with a $300 car payment, your lifestyle is already adjusted to that budget, right? And one of the biggest killers of financial intelligence is lifestyle creep, which is when we make more money, our natural tendency is to spend more money, right? We make more, we earn more, we want to increase our lifestyle. And what your idea here does is we're keeping our lifestyle the same, but we've paid off this liability, and now rather than increasing our lifestyle to match how much money we have extra at the end of the month, we're just keeping that same lifestyle as it is and just automating that cash into our savings account, which ultimately benefits us way more in the long run.
I love the way you explain that. Like, we're extending our payment plan into our savings plan. It's really cool. The last tip we have for you today is to open a different account. So moving your money from your regular checking account someplace different. Put your savings somewhere different. It helps us with not always seeing the value of our savings, right? We get to watch that account grow separately. But I know, and I know many people that feel this way, I know when I have a big account in my, a big number in my checking account, I'm much more liable to make a big purchase or make a foolish decision because I know I can be covered. And taking that out will let us think about, okay, I've got less in my account to use because it's not accessible money.
It makes me think of that thing where it's like you will fill up the amount of space that you have available. Yep. It's like if you have a big basement, it's going to end up filling with clutter. You're going to fill it. But if you don't have a basement, well, you'll adjust your lifestyle to not having this extra storage space in your basement, right? Yep. So it's structuring our lifestyle so that we will fill the amount of space. We're giving ourselves the amount of space that we want to fill by, okay, take it out of sight, out of mind. Put it in a savings account that's not easily accessible, and you will adjust your life to live with what you have left.
Yeah, and it's rather simple now to open a second account. You can go online and with your current bank, open another savings account. You can call them and do it. You can open with a different bank account and automate transfers, but there's a lot of ways to use these 3 tips to get that money out of your hands and out of spending capability. And savings is infinite. Spending 100%. Is definitely not infinite. So these are great tips. These 3 tips will help you begin your journey, or if you're already on your savings journey, you have an emergency fund, this is a great way to accelerate that. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.